national intrigue which could affect one of America's strongest allies. A top Saudi Arabian diplomat has defected, protesting human rights violations at home. He claims the Saudi government is funding terrorism and spying on Americans, and he says his life is in danger. He's here asking America for political asylum. But if the United States grants this, it could embarrass a country that fought beside us in the Gulf War. This man is not making a fashion statement. He says he is just trying to stay alive. The hat and glasses provide some protection, he feels, from the searching eyes of his Saudi Arabian countrymen. A month ago, he was a respected diplomat. Today, he is a man on the run. Mohammed al-Khaliwi, 31 years old, comes from a large and prosperous Saudi family. He was the valedictorian of his diplomatic class and came to New York 2 years ago to serve in his country's delegation to the United Nations. He's an expert in the field of nuclear proliferation. Promoted to first secretary, he often filled in for the ambassador at the UN. To all appearances, he was a picture-perfect diplomat, but inside, he was in turmoil. On May 17th, Mohammed al-Khaliwi published his own Declaration of Independence. He wrote to the Saudi Crown Prince, the king's most powerful deputy, accusing high officials of corruption, diplomatic double-dealing, and even the financing of terrorists. He made the letter public and then made himself scarce. Mr. Khaliwi, you are in hiding, and you are risking your life and the life of your wife and your 3 children. You had a very fine career as a diplomat. Why are you doing this?
Barbara, doing this to stop the corruption in my country, and it's for me, it's principle.
What you are trying to do is to change the human rights in your country, to allow more freedom. You feel your people have no rights.
I'm sure, not just a feeling, yeah.
Can they openly criticize the royal family, the king?
No.
King Fahd is the law in Saudi Arabia. There is no parliament, there is no democracy. Royal power is absolute. Critics contend it is also arbitrary. The U.S. State Department, in annual reports to Congress, has detailed a pattern of human rights violations by the Saudi regime. The reports allege torture of prisoners and long-term imprisonment without trial. Free speech, the State Department says, is severely limited. Mohammed al-Khaliwi has applied for political asylum in the United States. His lawyers, immigration experts Leon and Michael Wilds, base their case on the danger to their client. What happened to you after you sent this letter?
They threatened my life.
Who's they?
The intelligence, the Saudi intelligence in New York.
Khaliwi says a Saudi intelligence agent, an agent using diplomatic cover, came to his apartment several times.
First of all, I asked him, who sent you? He said the high officials sent me. And by the way, I record this just in case for record. And he said in the beginning, offer some money.
To shut you up?
Yes. After that, he threatened my life, my wife, and my kids.
Is that when you went into hiding?
Yes.
Before you did that, I understand that you gave your gun to this intelligence agent, right?
Yes.
Do Saudi diplomats like yourself carry loaded guns?
All of them. All of them, and sometimes machine guns.
You really?
Yep.
Why? Why would you need guns and machine guns when you're a diplomat in this country?
Because this is the policy over there. I don't know why.
Khaliwi says that while he stalled for time, the Saudis turned up the pressure. 2 of his brothers and 3 of his cousins came to New York to see him. All of them, he says, sent by the Saudi government.
My brothers, they came to take care of me, but the other 3, they were an official assignment.
They met at the Hyatt Hotel, and on the advice of his lawyers, Khaliwi talked with them on the run, in a limousine that left the hotel swiftly and circled through the greenery of Central Park while they talked. What did they say?
Come back to Saudi Arabia, or we will get you even if you are in state, even if you go to the moon.
Come back or
we will kill you and your family over there in Saudi Arabia.
Well, I mean, How do you feel about that?
For me, it's a principle. We will fight for our rights peacefully.
Are you one man alone, or are there others like you inside and outside of your country?
Thanks God there is a lot who's like-minded, inside Saudi Arabia and out of Saudi Arabia.
To buttress his charges against the Saudi government, Khaliyoui brought with him some eye-opening documents. Let's take some of the accusations that you make against your country. It is against the law in this country for foreign nations to spy on any American citizens. Yet you claim that the Saudi Arabian government is indeed surveying or spying on some Jewish organizations, specifically the Jewish Defense League. And you have some documents.
Actually, Barbara, it's not just against the law and state, it's against even all the international
against
agreements.
International agreements.
Yes.
They are in Arabic, and this first one, which we have had translated, is a cable from, you tell me if this is correct, from the Foreign Affairs Ministry, warning that certain Jewish groups might have some technology that could be a threat to Saudi planes at John F. Kennedy Airport. Is that correct? Is that what this says?
Right.
And the answer, which is much shorter, says, don't worry, we've got them covered, we're bugging them, and that's not allowed, correct? That's what these two documents say. So these are very serious documents.
It is.
Khaliyoui says his government is not only spying on Americans in this country, but also conducting espionage against U.S. military installations in Saudi Arabia. What have they done? Bugging it? What?
Survey, trying to install in some equipment, trying to have some double agent.
The Saudi government is spying on American military bases within Saudi Arabia. And you have proof of that?
Yes.
Another piece of evidence that you say you have documentation of is that the Saudi Arabian government has given money to extremist terrorist groups, groups like Hamas, which is one of the most radical anti-Israel groups.
Yes, they give Hamas money, and we have documents.
And you have documentation to show that the Saudi government is funneling money to terrorist groups.
Yes, when it's necessary to show, we will show.
He is holding back many documents, Khaliyoui says, as a form of life insurance. You have a lot of these documents?
I do.
Hundreds, thousands?
Thousands.
Hidden where? All over the world?
All over the world.
His collection of documentation, Khaliyoui says, includes audio cassettes and videotapes. He displayed some of them for us, but only at arm's length. What he did show us included this photograph of himself from what he said was diplomatic school. He also showed us an intriguing diagram from those training days, a diagram that implies diplomats were taught to smuggle weapons and bombs. What this is it shows a man's suit and various ways that you smuggle bombs in. How would you do it if you had to smuggle a bomb in?
This place.
In your ankle, in your chest?
Yeah, it's depends what's the purposes you hide it for.
And as a diplomat, you are not searched.
No.
So you would just, you don't have to go through detectors.
Yes.
So that if they wanted to smuggle a bomb in, it could be given to diplomats, correct?
Yes, all the diplomats, they teach them how to do something like this.
To your knowledge, because you are an expert when you were at the United Nations in nuclear disarmament, is the Saudi government trying to make its own nuclear bomb?
No comments. No comments for this. This is up to you and to the audience to understand it as they wish.
Mohammed al-Khaliyoui makes serious claims, so serious that we asked Saudi Arabia's ranking diplomat in this country to respond to them. He is Ambassador Bandar bin Sultan, a Western-educated member of the royal family, a prince, a nephew of the king. One of the documents that we were shown, the second letter, the second cable that came from the Saudi Arabian permanent mission